Hello students, in this second video lecture of lesson number 4, I am going to explain you about conduction of heat and conduction of electricity. These are also the properties of the material. Now I am going to tell you about the conduction of heat first. You all might have observed when anything you cook or your mother is cooking anything in a pot or in any other vessel, and if you keep a spoon in that, after some time the spoon also becomes hot. But actually that spoon we are not keeping on the gas, but it also becomes hot. The reason is that spoon and that vessel on which we are cooking something, they are made up of metals, and all metals have a capability to transfer heat from hotter body to colder body. That's we called it that metals are the good conductor of heat. Hence heat transfer takes place from hot body to cold body. Okay, so this is more about this you will discuss in 7th class. There are in 7th class heat chapter you will discuss the mode of conduction of heat. Okay, so this time I want to explain you this much, that certain material also possess the property of transferring the heat. Okay, the substance which allow heat to pass through them easily are called good conductors of heat. For example, metals are good conductor of heat. That's why cooking utensils like pans, cooker, etc. are made up of metals like iron, aluminium, etc. so that they can conduct heat easily. Now, substances which do not allow heat to pass through them are called bad conductors or insulators of heat. For example, wood, plastic, glass, air and paper are bad conductors of heat. Very important to tell you here, air is a bad conductor of heat. It is not a good conductor of heat. Okay. Handles of cooking utensils are also made up of wood or plastic because they do not get heated up when the cooking process takes place, and it is easy for us to hold the vessels. That's why they are made up of certain materials that are the bad conductor or insulators of heat. Okay. Similarly, there are materials which can allow the flow of electricity, which can allow electricity to pass through them, are called conductors of electricity. Again, all metals such as iron, copper and aluminium are conductors of electricity. That's why you all have seen that electric wires, when you remove their plastic covering, there is a thin wire of metal, and that is mainly made up of copper or also made up of aluminium, because these metals allow the electricity that we call current, that allow to flow in them. So they are a good conductor of electricity. Whereas certain other substances which do not allow electricity to pass through them are called insulators, like rubber, plastic, glass, paper, oil, wood, dry air. These all are insulators because these materials do not allow the electricity to pass through them. That's why whenever it is always suggested, whenever you are working with electrical appliances, you should wear slippers, rubber slippers or plastic slippers, because that help you to get the shock. Okay, so this is about the thus wearing rubber slippers or plastic slippers help you to protect from getting shock. Okay, now we will discuss about another property, that is sinking or floating or flotation. Certain materials float on water whereas other sink. Sink means कुछ चीज़ें पानी पे तैरती हैं और कुछ चीज़ें डूब जाती हैं. Sink means डूब जाती हैं. This property of material to float on water is called flotation. Generally materials like wood, leaf and feather float on water, whereas rock and metal sink. Materials which sink in water is denser than water. Material which float on water is less denser than water. Means they depend upon one of the property that is called density, and that density is the ratio of mass upon volume. So as you have studied that matter that is there na, so having mass and volume, so when we take out the ratio, that gives us the density. This we will discuss in higher classes. Now another property that I am going to tell you, that is solubility. Means different material have different solubility in water. Based on their solubility, materials can be soluble, insoluble, miscible or immiscible. Solubility means घुल जाना. Okay, solid materials that dissolve in water are said to be soluble in water. For example, common salt and sugar. These are very two common examples. Solid materials that do not dissolve in water are called insoluble in water. For example, sand, wood, stone, chalk powder, wax, sawdust. Sawdust, you know, that lakdi ka burada, that is also called sawdust. So these things, they do not dissolve in water. So whenever we are talking about solid materials, whether they dissolve or they do not dissolve, so they will tell you about the property of solubility, that is soluble and insoluble. Either they will be soluble or insoluble. But whenever we talk about any liquid material and that dissolve in water or it does not dissolve, then we are going to discuss about their miscibility. The property is called miscibility or immiscibility. Like liquids that dissolve in water are said to be miscible in water. For example, alcohol that I explained you, vinegar, sirka, lemon juice, honey, glycerine. These all are in liquid state and they all get easily mixed with water. So that are the example of miscible liquids. Liquids that do not dissolve in water are said to be immiscible, like kerosene oil, coconut oil, diesel. These all, they do not dissolve in water. They all float on the water. So they are called immiscible liquid. Now, there are certain gases also that dissolve in water. That is carbon dioxide and oxygen dissolve in water. That's why the aquatic animals and plants, they are able to survive in water because they take dissolved oxygen, the oxygen which is dissolved in water. Soft drinks have carbon dioxide dissolved in it. Gases like nitrogen, hydrogen, helium are insoluble in water. These gases they do not dissolve in water. Okay, now we are going to continue with the another property, that is about attraction towards a magnet. This you all have studied in chapter number 13. You all remember that I explained you in Fun with Magnets that there are certain materials that are attracted towards a magnet when kept closer to it. What is that material called? That materials are called magnetic materials. Okay, so some materials are attracted to a magnet. Such material is called magnetic material, and this property is called magnetism. And the substance which are not attracted to a magnet are called non-magnetic substance. Like substance which are not attracted towards a magnet, like chair, table. Means chair, table, they are made up of which material? Wood. Especially the chair made up of wood or table. So is wood is attracted towards a magnet? No. So wood is non-magnetic substance. Similarly, other metals like silver, gold, copper, these all are non-magnetic substance. So this I explained you earlier na about conduction of electricity. So this conduction of electricity is used to, this property is used to make electric wires and cables. Okay, so this is written here. This I have explained you. Okay, so this is all the properties which are given in the chapter that I have explained you. So all of you go through the chapter nicely, read the chapter, try to solve the whatever, assess yourself exercises are given, and see the definitions also whatever is given, solve that activity is given, so it will be easy for you to understand the chapter. Then you can also go through the NCERT solved questions, and then you will also get the copy work of this chapter. Okay, thank you.